Like to a change. I done swerved in a new lane. Dang it, the good do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, dodge, raindrops. Big bang plays on.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Move.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
180. Red, up. 18.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 22.
It felt like Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback for the Bears, was in the draft room with his general manager, because picking up this pass catcher from Memphis, Anthony Miller, made to order for a young quarterback. A nice slot who can make plays like we just saw.
He is fun to watch. Went from being a walk-on at Memphis to completely rewriting the record books out wide. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Let's go.
Now Cohen. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gotta go.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Gotta go.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Gotta go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Come on, let's go.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And a gain there of 11 yards. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up the field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. On 2nd down, Wilson steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
19. Ready for one word. You ready for one word? Front left, front left.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Remember, Seattle just 4 rushing touchdowns all of last season, 3 by Russell Wilson. But they've got Rashad Penny back there now, 2nd and goal. Now Rashad Penny, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Bo Scarborough with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2. Remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
18. Sit up. 180. Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Check, go get him, go get him, go get him. Move.
Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10.
Man, son. 18.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ed Dixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we go. You see it? You see it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Penny, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the 2nd round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
Tempo.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Move. 18. Gotta go. Red, up.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run it with Carson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
14. Touch 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Lock in. Sit up. Right 80.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's caught inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, gotta go. Red, up. 49, guys. Mike. Red, up. I'm here all day.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Eluding and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jaron Reed able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Run left, run left.
They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On first down, Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
180! Red, tough!
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Looking deep for Gabriel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Tempo.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Red, tough! Tough! 180! Move.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Trubisky will throw, and the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Nazir Jones able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Escaping, and the pressure gets to him again.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
Here's Wilson looking to throw on second down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here's Wilson. Goes to his right. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Seahawks on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Gotta go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be taken at the 10. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Move. 18. Lock in. Red, up.
Here's Trubisky. Looking deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Oh, it still won't go down. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he hit it 3 times. He hits Baldwin right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now it's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Tempo.
Now Wilson on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
Let's go get it right here. Come on.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He'll get it up the middle. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
19. 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Gabriel. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Trubisky to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. And he's got it at the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky's first touchdown pass of his sophomore campaign.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. This is Carson. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That good for 19 and a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.